here.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say it like that. Yeah, we are live in Southfield from the Podcastic Studios for the podcast about podcast. Podtalk. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Me? It ain't
I ain't got no my phone in the car.
Man down. Oh,
It's
it might
probably
be
the phone that we own. Okay.
I was about to put it on my phone too. Like it wasn't even.
Welcome to Podtalk, y'all. Man, I got the whole gang in the building today, man.
Yeah.
I got my man Miles on the ones and twos, bringing us to you, of course.
Hello there, Miles.
Okay, yeah, I thought I was gonna say something, right? Of course, to my left, I got Tam telling tales.
Hey y'all.
Got my man B Todd in the building,
What up, though?
and of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby. All right, so we in the building, dog. Is this the first time this year we all been together? Because last week.
This is the second.
Yep. This is our
Second time
second.
this
You was
year.
here last week?
Not last week, the week before last.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, I don't even remember. Time just flying past, dog. It's almost February. It's almost
It's
Negro
almost my birthday.
Negro History Month. When is your birthday?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
It
Oh
is.
shit, okay. Bet we gonna have to bring some cupcakes next week then.
Listen.
All right, for sure.
I mean, instead of the cupcake, if you want to bring a little piece of insomnia cookie, that would be great.
Man, insomnia cookies, dog. I ain't had
Put
that
that out
joint in
there.
a minute. All right, that's what's up, though.
Okay.
All right, so we gonna move right along because we only got 30 minutes. I guess we got to jump right to it. So today we got a very special guest, man. Y'all done probably seen him on about 50 of our episodes when we in Baltimore, dog. But I want to give a shout out to Super Saiyan Santi in the building. What up, though?
What up, my guy?
Hey, what's poppin', everybody?
What's good, boy? Hey, so I know people didn't see you on our platform before, but we gonna talk a little bit about everything today, though, if that's cool with you.
Man, I love that shit.
All right, for sure. Now, I was telling Tam before we got on that like you a super duper marketing genius and shit. So we talk a lot about your podcast and stuff. So I'm gonna let you tell a little bit about your podcast, but then we go dive off into this marketing thing. So for people who don't know about you, tearing shit up in the DMV, dog, tell the people about you and the All Gas No Brakes podcast.
Yo, thank everybody. I am first want to thank you guys for allowing me to be here.
For
I
sure.
love you
Thanks for
dudes.
being here.
Y'all family for me.
No doubt.
You know, we hung out many times.
No
I hear
doubt.
the stories
In
that I
a
got
lot
left
of
out
trouble.
of.
A lot of trouble.
Love it. So yeah, Super Saiyan Santi, man. My podcast is called All Gas No Break Podcast. I'm taking the headphones off because I got an echo. But All Gas No Break Podcast, we interview entrepreneurs, content creators, and businesses in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. And I love to just brings businesses to my community, bring them to light. That's
sure.
my goal, and also uplift the youth as I do it because I provide them also a platform where they can, learn to be in front of a camera. And
No
then
doubt.
That's what's up.
market themselves. And, that's my goal. That was my goal why I started all of this for, and it just blossomed into something more.
Nah, for sure.
Other than that, man, I just enjoy having a good time, and they are marketing my podcast and helping others do that as well.
Yeah, for sure. And so we gonna dive right into that part though, right? Because I think that in the last couple of years, you really like found your niche in marketing. So like tell the people how you even got into that and how it exploded for you.
Teachers matter. So I want to shout out teachers.
For sure.
I had a teacher in 7th grade that gave us an IQ test.
We
and
went back to
test
7th
about-
grade.
Yeah,
Middle
7th
school
grade,
matter.
yeah. I was awake a long time.
For sure.
So that test told me marketing. I was good at that. I was good at rounding people up, and I learned. So what I did, I was already good with art, and I can draw and things of that nature. So I started doing studying about marketing and understood that it's nothing but art. It's like how artists should sell their work. Because, artists never get paid.
Right, unfortunately.
They
Until
don't
after they
pay
die.
them. Oh, that's great art. I ain't gonna pay you shit for it.
It's terrible. It's so terrible.
true.
You don't deserve shit for all that creativity.
The most deserving. Okay. Get nothing. Just
So I said I'm not gonna let that happen.
No
That's
doubt.
it.
That's dope.
What's some of your best practices when it when it comes to marketing. Because at the end of the day, everybody like to talk on the mic, everybody like to have fun, but we all want to make some money. So and we want to get some we want to get some views. Like we want people to check us out. So like what's some some go-to points for you that you would tell somebody who's trying to market their podcast?
Number one, corny shit. You ready?
What's up?
Your community. Understand your community.
Mm-hmm.
Understand your product. Why does it bring value? All that boring shit in the textbooks, that's it. Those are the answers.
Right. I figured that much.
And then be yourself.
Yeah.
As you market your product.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be afraid to fail. Always fail miserably. Corny shit.
Right. But it's the shit that works. Do it.
You know how hard it is for somebody to fail? People make it too hard. Don't do that.
Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and fail.
And do that shit. Yeah. They don't talk shit anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Well, what are some things that you actually implement, like you execute in order to market your podcast? And what are the free ones, number one? That you do? And what are some of the ones that may cost a little coin but is worth it?
So let me tell you, I don't pay for anything. I reach all those numbers and I never pay.
What?
Oh.
I reached 35 million people.
Right. I've seen your numbers.
Okay.
The machine came after me.
I need one of them little free tips because...
Free tip? Okay. I'm going to tell you what I've recently learned. Be creative with your product. Mr. Beast says every time he puts out a piece of product, he sits down amongst his friends and they just tear it apart. And then he just works on one thing the next time and makes that one thing better. And every time make one thing better. Be original with your work. Identify your audience. But one thing that I also did was at one time was I repurposed reels and posts. I got good with making that be my message through other people's messages. But that works for me because I love comedy.
Right.
And I'm able to tap into comedy. And my comedy is very Def Jam.
Okay.
And I'm unapologetic. I do not care.
No doubt. I've seen a few.
Yeah, I don't care. I do not care. Because that's what's going to stand out. Corey Holcomb said on an interview with Cam Newton, he said, if you are like trying to walk the line and you try to get that balance, ain't nobody going to remember you. And he stated it way differently, of course, than I did.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
I love Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, Corey
he's
Holcomb
crazy.
be talking some shit.
I hate Corey
I love
Holcomb,
him.
but he says some
I
stuff
love
from
him.
time to time.
Hey, what was your
Can't stand
motivation?
him, though.
What was your motivation behind starting the podcast?
My boys came up to me and said, yo, let's get together every Friday and drink and smoke in front of a pool table or a poker table and record it. I said, you got me drinking and smoking.
Right.
I didn't know what podcasts were, man. I had no idea. And once I started doing it, it just came to me like, yo, you here, you got it. This is it.
Right.
Not for sure. I think what you hit on with the marketing though, about the boring stuff, I think is absolutely true. It is a science though, right? Just like you said, knowing your audience. And I was doing that last night, and I have to be honest, like I'm going through the analytics, I'm looking at the times of the day, the genders that I'm hitting, like the geographical areas, and that shit is boring and tedious. But like, if you can nail it down, if you can focus in on it, I'm sure it works. Right. But like my attention span,
the fact they give us that information,
they're giving it to you, right?
That shit is tasty.
I know, right? I'm just
enjoy
so bored
that
with
data.
It's not tasty. It's very bland.
It's very
Oh no! Y'all gotta put some zone on it.
Yeah,
Use some lemon pepper.
Because low key, like they give you all the tools to make money, though, and you really do have to kind of hone in. So I'm thinking at this point that I hate to do it because like
Let me tell you something real quick. You're doing a good job currently. If that's you doing it right now, I've been watching.
Yeah,
you're doing a good job.
I've been trying, dog.
Not step it up. Just multiply it by 2. You're doing a great job.
For sure. I know it can be better.
No, No, get better at one thing.
Okay, you just said that, right?
Yeah.
You stop.
Yeah, you just said that, right?
Take that
You're not going to be
compliment, sir.
perfect.
For sure. No,
At
you're
first.
right. You're right. I appreciate it, though, especially coming from you, though, because you're a marketing guru. So.
Man, I'm watching you. I watch you. I don't just heart your shit for no reason.
He actually likes it.
Right, I appreciate that.
I like
for
it.
sure.
I like it. Yeah, it's great quality black content.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that shit.
Oh, appreciate that, dog.
You know,
Yeah,
before we went live, I had mentioned to the guys that there was something that I wanted to discuss.
Oh, shit.
I had a
What is
bone
this?
to pick with somebody on the team. And because of what you just said, Q,
Oh, shit.
you
It is
do
me?
a phenomenal job on your podcast, right? You know,
Thank you.
you have all of these bourbons
Uh-huh.
that you drink on, that you're sharing amongst all of your guests and everything.
Okay.
But I ain't seen a bourbon in here. It's
That's
all
what-
of 2025.
That's what we talking about. Oh, look,
And
I'm
I
gonna
just really
change
feel
that. I'm gonna
I
change
really feel
that.
like
I could have no.
Not this year.
No.
No, but you know why? He was trying to chill for a minute. That's why.
I was.
He took
I
a
was.
break. And
what you
Are
gotta-
we still on the break?
And what you got to understand too, though, is when you see all of this content, like we literally record 5 to 6 episodes at a time.
I
So
hear
like
you.
I haven't drank like that since like a month or so ago. We're just now airing them.
Feels like
That's all.
excuses.
It is an excuse. I hope it worked. So moving back to Santi.
Man, that was a great topic. Bring the bourbon, Q.
Right, nah,
Bring the bourbon.
I am
you know?
though, and honestly, real quick too. Shout out to Taste of Black Spirits. I got the shirt on right now. I guess you can see it. It's a collective
Shout 'em
behavior. Shout out to Lazar Favors and Deshaun Cooper, where I get a lot of the spirits from. They are black owned spirits. So definitely, I'll be bringing some through to the show. So.
I'm excited.
Shout out to them though. Now I peeped that you've been helping other people like with their marketing too. Like how does someone reach out to you to like try to get that assistance?
You can reach out to me on Gmail. That's santiago.consultant@gmail.com, or my Instagram at AGNB Marketing, Alpha George Nancy Bravo Marketing. Sorry. Alpha George Nancy Bravo Marketing. Hit me up there.
For sure.
Yep, those places. Hit me up.
Yeah. Now I had to ask you this too though, right? With this whole thing going on with like TikTok possibly going away and the emergence of fan base, right? I'm not sure if you hip to a fan base, but they do have a system where you can basically migrate all of your content over to fan base, which is going to kind of be like supposed to be a great creators market because you'll be able to get paid for your content for real. Like with the social media stuff switching over and stuff getting banned, what would you say someone creating content, where should we be putting it, like marketing wise, that makes sense so like it doesn't get banned or get like you lose the proprietary results of it?
When it comes to that, we have no control of those big companies
That's true.
as they fail or, succeed. We just have no control. So understand you're going to lose that content.
Right.
Going to feel like that content might be lost.
Yeah.
Am I going to migrate my information over? Not yet, at least. I'm going to watch. I don't really trust that,
Yeah.
me personally. Not yet.
Not yet.
But in regards to where you should lean your current content, number one, what works for you. But number two, I like, of course, YouTube because it pays the best.
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook because those are the most popular of the three besides TikTok.
Right.
But I wasn't that popular on TikTok, believe it or not. So I really didn't focus too much
I'm
energy
surprised.
there. I just leaned where my community was.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
What's up?
Right. Identified your audience for sure.
What's
Yeah.
some advice you would give to somebody that had started a podcast and somehow ended up into some sort of podcast beef?
Oh boy.
Yo, I don't beef with nobody.
Yeah.
Even if internally I'm beefing with them, you would never know.
Right.
Right.
I just don't have time for that. That time and space don't make me no money.
That's real.
I
So
hear you.
they'll be beefing with me the entire time. I ain't gonna say shit. I just walk away. My wife will laugh at me because she says when people argue or people arguing around me, even if like I'm not there yet, she knows that I'm gonna just walk around it.
Right.
Got you.
I don't even. She just knows before I even come up, and I see the energy. I'm just like,
Let me go over here.
I
got
feel
time
you.
for it.
It is a crazy thing that it is a thing. Though.
Yeah,
like
it is.
podcast
Like,
beef is a thing.
I just thought about it. Because it was a clip going around of, Rory and Maul used to be a part of Joe Budden's.
Right.
Well, they just fired somebody. Joe opened up the episode clowning them about the situation, and I'm like,
"Oh, they just fired somebody from their current show."
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Roy Maul just got rid of somebody. And
I didn't know that.
He started his show, and he started talking about everybody's here, nobody got fired. That's
because Joe an asshole. Joe an asshole.
So that's why I asked that question.
That's his brand. Yeah,
that's just his brand. Yeah,
he got it, man,
and it sells.
Yeah,
no,
and
for sure.
Works. Yeah, it works for him.
The people love
I'm a
messy.
fan. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I've been watching him for a long time.
I agree too, right? And I'm almost surprised though because there are so many microphones. Like it seemed like there's a lot of people. Somehow they orchestrate that though. So like when you talking about marketing a podcast, do you think that it's better to have less microphones or less personalities, or like do you think it really matters when you're marketing your podcast?
Man, that's a fantastic question. I laugh because I started doing YouTube segments where I say start your podcast with your iPhone. Mm-hmm. Don't make it harder than it is. My new thing for 2025 is there's dummies making millions.
That's true.
There's dummies making millions.
That's true.
There's dummies making millions.
They are.
They are. Yeah.
There's dummies making millions.
I'm not about to be no dummy for nobody. I'll be a thousandaire. I'm not about to be no fool.
So when I make a mistake or I stumble or anything, I just go, psh.
Right.
Some dummy did it and he's chilling.
Yeah.
No, for sure. That is definitely one way to look at it. Hey, real quick too, I want you to shout out the your co-host from All Gas No Breaks too.
Well, I got a few, man. Shout out my girl Quana,
for sure.
Diva Vollins. She's doing her thing on YouTube right now. We're blowing up her channel. Shout out to my boy OG Frank. Him and I are going to be recording some stuff tonight. And shout out to my boy Red Crocs. He's a comedian in the local market that's just killing it out here in the DMV.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to ask you this too, though, because we frequent a lot of podcast conferences, and I want you
going to Chicago.
I thought about it, though. It's gonna be freezing though, bro. I'm already be at home freezing.
They about to do it big though. They do it big because that's the one where the big dogs attend.
Oh, you did say that though.
Yeah,
and it is right next door.
You gotta go.
It is right next door. I don't know.
You gotta go. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
You gonna be there? What you thinking about, Miles? You want to make the conference in March? It's in March, right? The pod. What is it? Which one is it?
Podcast
movement. Yeah, in March. It's in Chicago. I don't know. We have to check on that.
Check on the funds.
We gotta check on the funds.
How much that cost?
Right, because I missed the early bird section.
it's a good investment.
Yeah, it is a good investment though.
The networking is key.
For sure. You did say the ones in March usually be a little bit better than the ones we went to. So
it took my show to the next level just from the conversations I had at the bar.
For sure. All right. I'm really thinking about it now. I guess that might be a thing.
I feel like if don't nobody else go, it's got to be you.
It's got to be. Damn.
Listen.
They put that on me, dog.
Listen, that's the thing that have put on you.
No, for sure. I feel you that. What I was saying though about the conferences, my fault, I got sidetracked. But what I was saying about that, how important do you think going to all these different conferences is for like the marketing piece and just kind of learning more?
It's key. Networking is key.
Yeah.
Net worth. That's a real thing.
For sure.
I also got into podcasting, or my podcast deviated due to me not having many networks in my own personal business.
Gotcha.
And I didn't have key players, but for the jobs, the companies I worked for, I knew C members, CFOs. I'm like, okay, I should translate this into my own business.
Right.
So I started attending those conferences so I know those same C members. But that money leads back to me.
For sure.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm talking about. I try to convince people that that's something you need to do if you're going to be a podcaster.
Tell them one time. If they're not convinced, man, don't stress yourself.
Right. I hear you, dog. And we could talk for hours, dog. But we in and out on this one, dog. It's only a 30-minute set, so we gonna have you back on again. We gonna have to bring Quantum back on too, though. Obviously, we gotta do that.
Yes,
she's a friend of the show. Yeah. So real quick, get the people your socials so they can catch up with you again, and also days and times for your show so they can check out the show.
Man, just check me out on Instagram at AGMB Marketing, or Google All Gas No Breaks podcast. Breaks is BREAKS. We take no breaks.
For sure.
And we should pop up. Pop up. And we drop something at least 3 to 4 times a week. But just Google that and follow our social media.
He said just Google that. We 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay. We there.
Something like that.
Right.
Not more.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for pulling up on us, dog. Again, shout out to All Gas No Breaks, man. Shout out to you and the marketing effort. Shout out to the DMV. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe we'll see you in Chicago. We don't know. We're going to talk about it.
Thank you, guys. Nice meeting you all.
For sure. Nice to meet you as well.
Hey, once again, of course, we are live from the podcast studios in Southfield, the podcast about podcasts. This is Podtalk, and we are up out of here.